I'm Helen Macik, and my dyslexia narrative began with a couple of cousins who are dyslexic and ended up going to Scottish Rite. Their mother would drive them from elementary school to Scottish Rite daily for their intervention.
My name is Dickens, and my dyslexic narrative I began noticing it probably around high school. Specifically like when we were moving and I had to write what was in the box on things, and it was like silverware instead of silverware and Tupperware instead of Tubberware. So different things like that.
My dyslexia narrative began really when I start looking back, as far as I can remember, from kindergarten. Now that I'm an adult, I look back at things that happened in kindergarten, in first grade, second grade, and I can see it immediately. This really set the journey of my school career and what this was going to look like. And that really sets the journey or the trajectory of the dropout.
I know it's not good to say, but I feel like a lot of dyslexic students feel like we feel stupid because we don't know, and we feel like we're trying our hardest and it's just not enough. And then once I went with my dyslexia teacher, she helped me a lot. She said, no, you're really smart. You just kind of have to look at it a different way. And then once I had somebody that understood me, it was just so much better. I felt like I could actually do it on my own.
The emotional impact that I've had seeing my children go through dyslexia is seeing them struggle. It's really hard as a parent that I can't fix it for them, that I can't help them more, but seeing them experience school as hard as they experience, it is really hard to see them struggle.
There's protections for you and for your child. How can we collaborate and help your family out of that dark tunnel? You are paralyzed by fear because you don't want to do something wrong that may affect your child.
Once I had somebody that understood me, it was just so much better. I felt like I could actually do it on my own.
After being identified, you are more confident asking for what you need and not being embarrassed about like your shortfalls or whatever.
I think it's important to look where we started and how far we've come and how things have changed. And for those of us that have worked at different levels in the field of dyslexia, we have made huge gains, and we have impacted a lot of the way that regular classroom instruction is delivered, and we need to continue to work to change so that more students have access to those strategies that are so helpful to them.
I like working with I like working with her.
What is one thing that she taught you that you're glad that you know now?
About letters.